Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode with iTrek. We are back in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's been tapping in, man. I appreciate you. Per usual, I got a handful of interesting and creepy TikToks for us to go ahead and evaluate for ourselves, whether these are fact or fake. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button and join the iTrek fam. And without any further ado, let's just jump right into it.
No, it doesn't, because American farm income is going to go up. It's going to be a great thing for the economy.
They might use it as an entry to exporting chicken to us, which would be, you know.
No, we will be exporting chicken to the Chinese.
Can we buy a Chinese firm?
No, not right now.
Then why should they buy one of ours?
Why not?
Because we can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market.
Very, very well.
Yes, we have capitalism and we embrace it, and they
don't, Clarice.
We have
market.
Very, very well.
Yes,
Clarice.
we have
We can't buy one of theirs. Open up the market.
Very, very well.
Yes.
You can't tell me that man wasn't just hissing. And you can tell he realized what he was doing because he tried to fix himself. That's hilarious and creepy at the same time.
It still blows my mind that almost everybody we talk to still has no idea that polyester, nylon, clothing, yoga athletic outfits are literally all made of pure plastic, polyethylene terephthalate, made from oil, and is chemically processed with a bunch of endocrine disrupting, hormone disrupting chemicals that can give you disease. People are paying very high prices for plastic clothing and they have no idea it's plastic. A lot of people I notice have skin conditions like eczema and stuff these days, and it's strange to me that their entire wardrobe is just polyester and nylon, and all their yoga clothes and athletic clothes, that stuff is really bad for your skin. One thing I keep telling people, which they don't fully come to terms with, is that when you wear polyester, nylon, plastic clothing, those plastics and the chemicals in the plastics leach into your skin, go into your body, and accumulate over time. And there's an endless amount of chemicals. There's BPA in a lot of polyester nylon clothes, bisphenol A, and we're just finding out that there's BPS, BPFA, BPAF, BPZ?
Man, you might want to do your homework on that because that might be you. It might even be me.
If you shot a gun at a gas tank in a car, most people assume that it would cause it to explode. But would this actually happen? Well, the tank usually doesn't have the right amount of oxygen to ignite, and a bullet might cause it to leak, but it wouldn't ignite without a spark. But if there was enough oxygen in the tank, and the bullet created a big enough spark, the chances of an explosion are still low, because gasoline burns rather than explodes.
Okay, so that has to be either one of those orbs or a line of fairies. That's my guess, but let me know what you think.
There's one set that particularly fascinates me, which is they think it's a young man or a woman, and they're walking very brisk walk, really fast, along the banks of the lake. In other words, it's a straight line. The line goes for a mile and doesn't deviate more than a meter from straight. The set of tracks goes out and occasionally stops, and then there's a tiny little set of tracks that circle around like a child. And then it's just her tracks, and then again, a rest stop and the child. So she carried the kid, a child, a toddler or something like that, really fast along the bank of this lake. And after she passes, the giant sloth comes by and arrives at her set of tracks and then stands up on its hind legs and looks around and then gets back down on all fours and keeps going, crosses her tracks. Another occasion, a mammoth goes across her tracks, and then a short time later, she comes back along the same set of tracks, walking beside her own tracks. Now no longer brisk walk and no child. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking crazy.
That is crazy, dude.
You see this? You see these spikes? This is called hostile architecture. They're put here explicitly so homeless people cannot fall asleep here.
An interesting skate stopper place. Look at that thing. What?
The rounded edges, along with the almost imperceptibly tilted angle of the bench seat, makes it so you slide right off. Also, it's super narrow.
It's the new thing to keep you from setting up camp in front of someone's building.
Alright, so here's an example of hostile architecture. The bench with the bar in the middle.
They are literally putting screws in the ground. Look at this, so people cannot lay down. There's screws everywhere.
First bathroom, they got a blue light. It's like blue. It is blue. I'm in a gas station. The light's blue. That's trippy.
And benches with bars in the middle, making it hard for people to sleep, is hostile.
You or James Wu, that guy whose house blew up. The story is that he was like shooting flares in front of his house. Like it was in a neighborhood. Cops show up. They drive the SWAT car through his wall, and there's a video of it. The house blows up, and they're like, he died. And then he comes on, comments and stuff. He's like, I'm not dead.
What?
He said, they're trying to kill me.
Who?
So apparently he was head of security for CFIUS.
Committee of Foreign Investment in the United States.
They're trying to like delete all of his information off interwebs. He was like making claims of like, they've already killed my mother, they've killed my sister, they're trying to kill me.
Why are we blowing up houses though?
They're not even being discreet about it now. They're just blowing up houses. That one that blew up, and it like blew up the other house too next to it, and like a bunch of people died.
Yeah.
They said it was because of the water heater.
Get real.
No.
To level a house because of a water heater?
Yeah, because everybody checks the pressure gauge on their water heater.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
What? You
I
don't?
check it every day.
No.
Lily, your house is in danger if you don't do that.
You've never checked the pressure on your water heater.
No. I check it literally every day.
No,
what do you do?
Yes, I do.
When you
Lil.
walk past it, you just walk
Whenever
past
I'm going
it.
in and getting water, I check it. Lily.
Nobody does that.
No, we don't check. We didn't check it.
I ain't gonna lie, he probably should have stayed out of them comments and act like he was unalive.
Watch very carefully, because no one can explain what happened to Cardi B.
Yes, be involved. Y'all want to be involved so bad, but nobody asked me about them gift. What's good?
Look at the other host.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. Take the gift cards.
Now notice how he claps 3 times and then it's as if nothing ever happened.
Take the gift cards, take the gift cards, take the gift cards.
Yeah, because they might put, what's that thing that was going around in the...
The internet had a lot of questions to ask when this clip was first released.
He didn't move, blink or nothing.
Notice how the presenter suddenly changes when she says, Holy Ghost.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
The king of rock and roll, and as Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the...
As you can see, not everything is as it seems.
Perfecto, Mariano. Estamos muy atentos entonces a las novedades. Mariano. Vamos a...
But here is the big question. What do you think is the reason for all of these celebrities freezing on live TV? I don't have an answer, and that's why I'm asking you.
So God updated the servers again last night, y'all. And he gave us this new DLC. It's a yellow quill-tip porcupine. Never seen one of these in my life. Can't tell by the tail. Looks like a possum. But yeah, that's the update.
Okay, I'm taking a video. If I don't video it, nobody's gonna believe me. See, not really any wind. And then you see this happy tree over here. Happy tree! Do you see it? This is a happy tree, just a waving. How weird is that? So cool.
Well, we know for a fact that plants and trees are living, so it's not so far-fetched to say that the tree was waving.
The best way to end something is to starve it. No reaction. Just don't feed it. That's where the true power lies. Where attention goes, energy flows. And when energetic patterns are broken, new worlds emerge. Don't return negative energy. Remove yourself and create a new algorithm.
That's one of those gems that'll last you your whole life. Not reacting to certain things will speed up your process, and that's facts.
Look at this now, lingering from the moon. Lingering from the moon. Can't make this shit up, guys. I saw the whole thing. Craziest I've ever seen, guys. Oh my god.
Holy shit! Aye, aye. Holy shit! Hey! So you know in Final Destination they have that crazy scenario, all the logs fall off the truck and take out the vehicles. My bad.
Oh my fucking god, I swear to god, this thing just fucking looked at me. Oh my fucking...
I always tell my kids to not be scared of this doll. Until tonight. She has to go.
You've gotta stop! You gotta stop, it is...
A video lasting over a minute was filmed by British researchers during a geological survey in the Indian Ocean. When the autonomous robot was lowered more than 1,100 meters deep into the seabed, it unexpectedly encountered a peculiar-shaped creature swimming in front of it. According to observations, this creature has a black body and a fairly symmetrical shape, resembling two axes fused together. While people were still speculating about what kind of creature it was, suddenly it transformed into a spherical shape with multiple glowing veins of surreal colors attached to a soft and flowing lower body like a piece of silk fabric. Not stopping there, after a few seconds of swimming in front of the camera, this creature suddenly darted away, then separated its body into two distinct pieces before disappearing into the dark water. It is known that this is a rare and unique video footage of this mysterious creature captured up to the present time, and its identity has yet to be determined.
I personally think some of the creepiest things are hidden in the parts of the ocean that we haven't explored yet. Not in the forest, but deep in the ocean.
Move, bitch!
Take a picture this way.
This story is crazy. You might remember rapper Houston for this song. During the peak of his career, there was speculation that he saw the dark side of the industry. He tried to make it all end. He later used a fork to his own eye.
None of that shit is worth you losing your manhood to another man. You must keep your manhood at all costs. To another man, you must keep your manhood at all costs.
These fish come back to life upon contact with water. You're about to see something mind-blowing. These fish are completely dried out. The person filming shows that you can cut a small piece of their fin, and they don't react. They are simply in a state of dormancy, entirely devoid of any moisture. As soon as you pour water on them, as you can see on their mouths, the fish come back to life. It's incredible. So far, we don't yet understand how this capability works, because it's astonishing that they can stop living and then come back to life upon contact with water. Some specimens of these fish can live for several hundred years due to their ability to enter dormancy by completely drying out. They developed this capability because they live in Africa, where there are sometimes extreme heat and water shortages for several seasons. This species has adapted to these climatic disruptions, developing this unique trait. Let me know what you think in the comments.
That's actually really dope. You no longer need a refrigerator. You could just throw them things in the backyard.
About the approval game, what I would do is hire a crew. They'll go inside the candy store or go inside of a jewelry store and make a purchase. When they card decline, they'll contact me on the other line.
Why are they contacting you?
So they go in there and they make a purchase for about $65,000. And typically when your card decline, the sales rep tell you to contact your bank. But instead of contacting your bank, you're contacting me. The same thing your bank could say, thank you for calling Visa Merchant Services. Sarah, can I get your account number, please? Expiration date, name as it appears exactly in the card, and amount of purchase. I ask them for their Visa Merchant number. The sales rep give me their Visa Merchant number. After she give me the Visa Merchant number, I ask her, can she ask the customer for the last four of her social? Same thing your bank could say when you call on your credit card decline.
Oh, shit.
She verify all that with me. I make sure that everything is accurate on the customer's account. Get back on the phone with the sales rep. I have an authorization code for you. Do you have a pen and paper handy? If she needs assistance with the transaction through her terminal, I assist her with that.
Where's the money coming from?
Your guess is good as mine. It's coming from the bank. That's why they FDIC insured. Manual transaction is what it initially is called, or forced sale. Companies and banks are not supposed to do offline forced sale. However, when the other party is on the phone and they think it's a Visa Merchant Service, they continue on with the transaction.
Man, Hey, when there's a will, there's a way, man. The human brain is capable of almost anything.
There is no such thing as white witchcraft. Witchcraft is witchcraft. Tarot cards, card reading, everything to know about astral projection, Tibetan Book of the Dead, Buddhism, anything there was to know about spirit guides. And what I would do is I would astral project out of the body, enabling spirits to come in, because in witchcraft, I believe that if I could get my own spirit, I could be empowered by bringing spirit guides in. Now understand, I was of the mind that these spirits that were coming in, spirit guides, were nice. I became very, very studious about astrology, witchcraft, card reading, and that card reading became my niche. Sid, I would walk into a room with a deck of cards and read everybody's mail, just by that deck of cards, and I thought I was the best thing since the McDonald's hamburger. I thought I had finally come to a place of prominence because I could intimidate people. I could make them afraid of me because I was operating in these powers. And I never knew they were demonic, or I thought that I had come into this great power that I had been looking for. The trouble is, when you play with the devil, he doesn't play fair. He'll give you everything you want, all the drugs you want, all the women you want, all the promises, and all the power you want. And when he's done with you, he'll kick the legs out from under you. That's why you hear rock stars sometimes say, I sold my soul to the devil. Because once you make that trade, he'll give you what you want. But people need to understand that the devil is not sharing his kingdom with anyone. He's selfish and hateful, and his personality is that of hate and violence. And so as I began to encounter these spirits, from a pleasant person, even though I was a fall-down drug addict, I began to take on the personality of the devil. I began to act, I began to hate, I began to all the more. And I love to see people hurt. Like, I'd like to do a card reading where I knew a man was committing adultery. I'd name names, and it was just an evil behavior. And so here I was with these spirits operating in this power, cursing people. I cursed one man's city, fell 3 stories into a wheelbarrow. Thank God that wheelbarrow was there, because he would have been killed. I was astral projecting. I was studying all this witchcraft. I thought everything was wonderful. The same spirits, as you said in the opening, that gave me power began to turn on me.
Why would they turn on you?
Because the personality of spirits of darkness is not a nice, friendly personality. I thought I had arrived. But as these spirits began to turn and to torment, the same spirits that gave me power to read cards and astral project and operate in the solical power, the psyche power, would turn on me. As if all of a sudden the same voices that would say, this man is committing adultery, or this woman steals at work, or this girl's going to get married last year, when I was reading cards, would now say to me, you should die. It's better to just die. Said I would walk around with a gun in my mouth. I can remember the metal used to burn my tongue. I would just suck on a gun, waiting for the moment to stop this power that I had entered into, to stop the destruction of my mind. My drugs increased. I would take needles, Sid, and people that were the worst drug addicts in town would not get high with me. I would go into a bathroom and take a needle and bang it into my arms. I had thick growths all the way down. Today you can see they're totally gone, but thick growths and abscesses all the way up and down my arms. In that drug state, I'd go out and become even more promiscuous, hoping that someone would just love me for a little while. And that's what our kids are doing today, Sid. They want somebody to love them for 15 minutes. That's why sex has become an everyday movement. Then one day, a young woman approached me named Linda Smith. And you know what, Sid? She really believed in the power of God. She walked the walk and just didn't talk the talk. A lot of people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And Linda just showed the love of God in the way she acted. She didn't come out with all these spiritual lingo. Introducing a man to me, a man that didn't rape you, beat you, use you, put you on the streets and stick needles in your arms. A man that was the Son of God who loved you for the way you are, not for 15 minutes. At church, she took me up to Pastor Tommy Reed's church.
Why did you go to church?
Because I was dying and there was no hope. I figured I'm going to die anyway. Let's go see. And you know what really influenced me, to be very honest, in the last few minutes of this program? She acted like a person who didn't just put on a facade of Christianity. She lived it. She walked it. She didn't want to impress anybody, Sid. She wanted to introduce to a dying, demon-possessed tramp witch. She wanted to introduce that human being to a man who'd change her life.
Drake was seen at the all-white party, but most didn't notice his new black eye. What do you all think?
In 2021, Bill Gates said all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef. Well, he just got one step closer to that utopian dream. On June 21st, 2023, the USDA gave the first ever approval to 2 tech food startups, Upside Foods and Good Meat, to sell test tube chicken. It's actually cultivated in steel tanks, but you get the idea. Franken chicken sandwich, anyone? Live chicken cells are nourished in a broth of nutrients, and they do what stem cells do and create progeny all over the place. And then the masses of lab-grown chicken muscle are then shaped into familiar cutlets, boneless, no doubt, and sold retail. At least one of the companies is using genetic engineering to promote continuous growth of the cells. It's a little worrying that the proprietary processes used will not be likely open to scrutiny. With the mainstream media fawning all over them, they enthusiastically claim lab-grown meat will bring an end to the high environmental impact of the present meat industry. And then UC Davis research rained on their parade. They reported the impact of lab-grown meat is likely to be orders of magnitude higher than the real thing. Lots of consumers are apparently averse to their chicken having a steel vat for a mother. But not to worry, the USDA gave the industry $10 million of your money to address consumer acceptance. Now, I'm just wondering, should we be genetically modifying meat of animals that took hundreds of thousands of years to develop into a favorite menu item? Is it just me, or is that arrogance that's likely to end in tears?
Think your blood type is set in stone? Yeah, I did too. Well, usually we inherit our blood type, A, B, AB, or O. Certain medical conditions and treatments can actually change it. Here are 5 far-out ways that can happen. Bone marrow transplants can produce new blood cells that match the donor's blood type, not yours. Suddenly you're A positive instead of B negative. Massive blood transfusions can alter your blood type in extreme medical situations, leading to a temporary shift. Certain cancers and infections, like E. coli, can cause rare alterations in blood antigens, changing your blood type until your body rebalances. Stem cell transplants used to treat blood and bone marrow cancers produce different blood cells, which can result in a blood type change. Scientists are exploring gene therapy to change blood types, potentially eliminating blood type barriers altogether. Transhumanist transfusion, anyone?
Hey, now that's deep, and you can tell that she's not capping at all. Well, you guys, hey, that's another one in the books. I appreciate you guys for stopping by like you always do and watching another one with me. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. Smash that subscribe button and join the iTrack fam, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.